Empire Fight Camp. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Vasily the Matrix Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
This bout is scheduled for 12.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
Can you imagine being the fighter? Sometimes you think under the lights is hot, but when you got the sunlight, it's a lot to take in.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. That hook had to hurt. Stiff jab. And he just missed with that left jab. Their first fight was sensational as both men went down. Let's see what happens here as Lomachenko looks for his second victory over Linares.
Lomachenko, they thought this guy could be a world champion in his second professional fight. They put him in for a world title. In his second professional fight, he lost, but he only lost because of lack of professional experience. From then, he's gone from strength to strength. Linares.
Down goes Lomachenko. And you can see here his face basically melted. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your girl.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
There's a counter shot. Looking to land the hook. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Lom. What do we expect to see here in round 2? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen him up. And look.
And Jorge Linares is down. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
The straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
How about that time counter shot? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Catch and shoot. That hook was off target. Misses with the right uppercut. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. talk about Linares in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
There's the bell to start round 3. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just cop.
Big shot, and down goes El Nino de Oro. Let's see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five, six. You are away.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom, different tactics.
Holding nothing back here in the round. The straight right just misses. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least on to the fourth we go. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. The only fear you have with this lightweight is, has he punched himself out? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Jab does not score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judge.
And there's the bell for round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with that uppercut. Good counter punch. Nice counter. Threw the left uppercut, but it misses. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think him. You just gotta be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That jab won't score. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Lomachenko goes down. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. Here we go in the 6th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Lomachenko in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
The Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you got to do is you got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Couldn't land that jab. Punch, counter punch. Another, whoa, wait a minute. Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no...
Lomachenko on the canvas. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you continue.
Let's talk about Loma in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now, they're saying, when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky leg. They're a gnat's ear away from getting stopped.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And the referee will allow this to continue. Think of holding on here for a minute. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Nice slip to avoid the jab. They got out of the way of that right hook. Needs to be careful not to punch himself out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The Venezuelan is rocked. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Beautiful, that's it.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Good counter punching. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Tried to score with the uppercut. fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
Get out there.
This is the 10th. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys...
Hold on, gotta cut you off. Heavy punches send Vasily Lomachenko down. What a knockout headshot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your club.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? And he will stop the fight.
This should have been stopped at the beginning of the round.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened?